Welcome to the best of Notre Dame football from the 1970s. Today's game is the great 1975 contest between the Panthers of the University of Pittsburgh going against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And now let's join Lindsey Nelson and Paul Hornung.
I'm Lindsey Nelson on a beautiful football afternoon here in Pittsburgh. The Fighting Irish have won 7 games. They've lost 2. Pittsburgh has won 6, lost 3. We have a big crowd, including a great many Bowl Scouts who are here to extend an invitation to the winner of this very important football game. Now here's Paul Hornung.
Thank you, Lindsey. And Coach, Lindsey mentioned Bowl Scouts. There's many of them here, and I noticed some people upstairs with green jackets from the Cotton Bowl. There's rumor that if Notre Dame can win this football game today, you'll be going to Texas.
Well, Paul, as you know, as a former player, that really our players and coaches have tried to divorce that from our mind. We're playing a great football team here today, but we're more concerned, Paul, really playing a great game for our school and for our own pride, and then whatever develops, we'll develop.
Is there any similarities like Notre Dame going against Southern Cal with the great Ricky Bell? You've got to go against Tony Dorsett, one of the great runners in the country.
But I don't think that I can take anything away from Tony Dorsett. I would say this, I feel that our defense is more healthy today than it was against Southern Cal. Or do I wish to use that as an alibi for Southern Cal, Paul? I think it's just going to be a heck of a good football game, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Good luck, Coach. We'll be talking to you after the ball game.
Okay. We'll start today's game right after these messages.
Pittsburgh won the toss, elected to receive, and so Notre Dame will kick off right to left, dropping back deep to receive it. Gordon Jones and Elliott Walker for Pitt. And Dave Reeve puts it downfield into the end zone across the end line. Reeves kickoff. A touchback will be brought up, put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. A bright, sunny day and a crisp day. There was snow in Pittsburgh yesterday. Artificial turf here, of course. Coming out onto the field now to run the attack is Matt Cavanaugh, the quarterback. Cavanaugh and Robert Haygood have alternated. Cavanaugh's a sophomore from Youngstown, Ohio. 19 for 37 forward passing, 51.4%, 3 interceptions and 6 touchdowns. Tony Dorsett's 33, Elliott Walker is 34. Cavanaugh's going to pass on first down. Tried his tight end, Jim Corbett, incomplete.
Oh, he was wide open, too, Lindsey. All he had to do, he had plenty of room to throw the football. Against the grain, the little fake rollout right, and the big tight end came left. Against the grain, it was wide open in the flat. It would surely been a first down.
Cavanaugh reconvening the huddle now. Tony Dorsett has gained 1,116 yards. He has averaged 6.3 yards per carry. Elliott Walker, the other running back. Cavanaugh with the option and the pitch now. Dorsett took it and ran out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Randy Harrison ran Dorsett out of bounds at the 33, first and 10 on a 13-yard pickup.
Got a good block by the other remaining back, Elliott Walker. Also, good option running by the quarterback, Cavanaugh. He forced the play of the defensive linebacker. That's a first down.
Rodney Clark, number 22, is the flanker, part of the left side. Gordon Jones, 24, is the split end to the right side. Jim Corbett, 81, is the tight end. Cavanaugh keeps it. And on a keeper. Cavanaugh's pulled down by Doug Becker at the 40-yard line. He picked up 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3. The front four for Notre Dame: Ross Bowner, 89, Steve Niehaus, 70, Jeff Weston, 74, Willie Fry, 94. The linebackers: Jim Stock, 48, Bob Golick, the freshman, in the middle, 55, Doug Becker right outside, 43. Mike Banks at strong safety, Randy Harrison at free safety, Luther Bradley, 20, and Tom Lipinski, 26 on the corners for Notre Dame. And it's Dorsett carrying. Dorsett to the 50, outside to the 45-40. Tony Dorsett turning it on. Luther Bradley trying to cut him off. Bradley pulls him out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
57-yard run by Tony Dorsett. Lindsey, two years ago as a freshman, he set the all-time record rushing against Notre Dame. Here it is, right off tackle. A very good cut here off the left. Breaks it back to the right side. Going to pick up 57 yards on this carry. As I said, he picked up 209 yards rushing as a freshman against Notre Dame, a record. And he almost gets into the end zone. Luther Bradley gets the stop.
So now it is first down and goal to go at the 3. Rodney Clark to the left side. Gordon Jones to the right side. And they're asking for quiet now so they can hear the signals. So the referee, Paul Berth, here this afternoon, suspends play for the moment.
Well, Dorsett ranks 7th in the country in rushing, Lindsey. He's averaging about 123 yards rushing a game. He's picked up 1,100 yards on 177 carries.
They come out in an I formation. Walker ahead of Dorsett. Dorsett's the tailback. Kavanaugh's going to roll and head for the corner. Can he turn it? He gets in for the touchdown. Kavanaugh took it in.
Kavanaugh, good running quarterback, fought off the tackle by Doug Becker, the linebacker on the right side. Let's take a look. You're going to see Doug Becker here have a shot at Kavanaugh. Good block there and a good fake. Now, Becker is one-on-one with the quarterback. Looks as if he could stop him. A good straight arm, and Kavanaugh gets in.
Oh, the Pitt Panthers have scored early. They have a conversion attempt coming now, and Carson Long is in to attempt it. 10 points after. He is 28 for 28. He's had no problem at all. Larry Swider, the punter, holds for him. Swider puts it down. Carson Long boots it, and it's good. So as they come back up the field, it is Pittsburgh 7 and Notre Dame nothing. Carson Long will kick off for Pitt now, and he's spotting the ball on the hash mark on the left side. He can spot it anywhere between the hash marks on the 40. Deep for Notre Dame, Terry Urick, number 40 down, not number 21. High end over end kick. Urick is waiting. He gets it to 7. He's to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Breaks outside, 35, 40. And Urick with a fine return is finally pulled out at the 42-yard line. Rodney Clark downfield to make the tackle. 1st and 10, Notre Dame. They have the ball in their own territory, but in excellent field position. Now it's spotted nearer the 43. Venerable Pitt Stadium packed and jammed here this afternoon for the game between Pittsburgh and the Fighting Irish. Rick Slager is the Notre Dame quarterback. Al Hunter did not make the trip. He has a hip on it. Terry Urick, Jerome Evans, and Mark McLean in the backfield. Slager has it. Notre Dame's going to throw on 1st down. Intended for his tight end, Ken McAfee. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. Each team this afternoon came out throwing.
James Wilson got his hands on the football, defensive left cornerback that time. Notre Dame, of course, loves to go to their big tight end, Ken McAfee. He leads Notre Dame in receiving with 19 receptions on the year.
They come out in a wing right. Mark McLean is the wing back. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Slager, the quarterback. Gives it up to Terry Urick. And Urick gets up to the 47-yard line. He was stopped by Jeff Delaney, a freshman strong safety from Upper St. Clair, Pennsylvania. Gain of 4 on the play. It's 3rd and 6 now for Notre Dame. Pittsburgh leading by a score of 7-0. There's Kavanaugh, who scored the touchdown for Pitt. And a wing left. McLean pulled in motion. On a reverse, and Urick back to the inside. He's got the 1st down. Urick has got the 1st down. Stopped by Arnie Weatherington, left outside linebacker from Miami, Florida. We move to further action with Notre Dame still in possession of the ball. We have 10 minutes, 14 seconds remaining to be played in the 1st quarter. We're at Pitt Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it is artificial turf. Playing is a wingback right. Urick and Jerome Evans are the running backs. Urick in motion. And Slager still has the ball, and Slager is pulled down at the 31 by Randy Cousins and Randy Holloway.
Cousins played the option well. He did not give Slager time enough to force the option. Watch this. Fakes to the fullback, and right away Cousins is on him from ground level. He did not give Slager a chance for the pitch.
On 4th down, Dave Reeve is going to attempt a field goal now with Alonso holding. It will be a 48-yard attempt. It is down, and the boot. It's good.
The longest field goal of the year by Dave Reeve. His longest field goal so far. He is now 9 out of 12 in the field goal department.
Coming back up the field, it is Pittsburgh 7 and Notre Dame 3. Dave Reeve will kick off now for Notre Dame. Elliott Walker and Gordon Jones are deep to receive it for Pitt. Gordon Jones is waiting. 1 yard deep in the end zone. He drops the ball. Can't find the handle. Slips as he starts out. Fumbles the ball. He fumbled the ball, and who got the football? Notre Dame got the football at the 5-yard line.
Well, Notre Dame gets a big break here. Gordon Jones just cannot find the handle on it. Right here, he picks it up at the end. Little slip there, gets hit. And I think that's Jim Weiler who really made the hit, causing the fumble. Notre Dame's got it back at the 5.
I think it was, well, let's see.
Steve Orsini.
That's what it was. Steve Orsini recovered the fumble. So it's 1st and goal now at the 5-yard line. Notre Dame on a wing right. Give it to McLean, and McLean powers inside the 5 just for a yard as the Pitt defense was led by Arnie Weatherington. This telecast is presented by the authority of the C.D. Chesley Company. Any reproduction or use of this material without written consent is prohibited. The announcers on this program have been approved and contracted for by the C.D. Chesley Company. 2nd down and goal to go for Notre Dame. They have the ball at the Pittsburgh 4-yard line. Rick Slager is the quarterback. Urich and Evans are the setbacks. Playing as the wingback right. Evans got to the 2-yard line and just inside it before it was thrown back by Ed Wilimowski.
Great defense on the right side for Pittsburgh. There's the Notre Dame offense. Ground level shot of Jerome Evans. And he scored 4 touchdowns for the Irish this year. Good pursuit by that defense of Pitt. They stand him right up. Take the strength away from his legs, and you can stop a fullback. Dennis Moorhead.
Just outside the 1-yard line is the ball. 3rd down and goal to go. Pittsburgh 7, Notre Dame 3.
Pitt wants timeout, Lynn.
And Pittsburgh takes a timeout. It is 3rd down and goal to go. Notre Dame has the ball just outside the 1-yard line. They're in a wing left. Terry Urich pulled in motion. And Evans has it.
He didn't get it.
He did not get in. He is pushed back at the goal line. He did not make it. It's going to be 4th down and goal to go. Don Parrish, Al Romano leading the defensive charge. So now, can the Irish get in? Can the Pitt Panthers stop them? 4th down and goal to go. And now Notre Dame takes a timeout. Dan Devine of the Fighting Irish, well aware that we have a house full of Bowl Scouts here today, ready to extend an invitation to the winner of this game. 4th down and goal to go, Notre Dame, inside the 1-yard line. Slager quarterback sneak, touchdown. Slager took it in on the keeper.
And he went over his right side. Ernie Hughes, Pat Pullen, and Steve Quayle. Let's watch the ground level shot here. He went over the right side. I think he was thinking that they were going to go over Wujak's side as they normally would, the All-American left guard, and the middle linebacker, Al Romano, kind of played it to that side a little bit. Now, Rich Slager filling in for Joe Montana, who was hurt. Actually, Montana and Slager, you can't say one has been number 1. They've both been starting quarterbacks. Slager's done an excellent job.
Dave Reeve kicks the point, and the score is Notre Dame 10, Pittsburgh 7. Dave Reeve, the sophomore from Bloomington, Indiana, will kick off for Notre Dame. Elliott Walker, 34, Gordon Jones, 24 deep. For Pitt along the goal line. Reeve puts it up. It's into the end zone across the end line. Another touchback. It'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Pitt Panthers, who drove the length of the field and scored when they got the opening kickoff, have it once again. And Kavanaugh, the man who took it in, number 12, is joining the huddle right there. Kavanaugh's a sophomore from Youngstown, Ohio.
They didn't waste any time last time, Lindsay. They had it, took it 80 yards, 3 plays, 57 seconds. Took him to score.
Gordon Jones is far to the right side. Far to the left side is the flanker. He's running the option play now, Kavanaugh. Here's the pitch. Stopped by Dorsett. Free ball. And Pittsburgh has recovered.
Did not get control of the football. You saw number 74. There he is in the middle of your screen. He had a chance at the fumble recovery. Here's the pitch, option left. Kavanaugh pitches back to Dorsett. Just couldn't find the handle on it. Doug Becker. Now watch Weston. He's got a shot. Also Willie Fry. There's just too many white shirts around there, Lindsey.
They picked up 8 yards on the play, second down and 2 yards to go. Dorsett and Walker, the running back. Again, the pitch to Dorsett. Trying to turn a corner left. He's got the first down. Look at him go to the 50, coming back to the inside, 45-40, 35-30, Dorsett, and Dorsett's gone in for a touchdown. Another brilliant run. A brilliant run.
71 yards, Lindsey. Tony Dorsett, displaying his All-American ability, has broken it loose. They broke one in the first series of plays for 57 yards. They come back with the option right, and watch Dorsett make a real good move here, and he shows his speed outside. He's going to go 71 yards. That's Tom Lepinsky. He can't catch him. He gets a standoff block there, and he's gone. 71 yards.
He's carried the ball 4 times for 149 yards so far. Carson Long sails that one through there. A knuckleball that's good. As he got it through the upright. So as they come back up the field, the score is Pittsburgh 14, Notre Dame 10. Several plays later, with Notre Dame still in possession, the quarter ended with the score, Pittsburgh 14, Notre Dame 10.
The best of Notre Dame football from the 1970s will return after these messages.
6 for Notre Dame at the Pittsburgh 30-yard line as we start the second quarter. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at Pitt Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Slager's the quarterback. Dropped back and popped it. His receiver was on the ground.
He got blocked down at the line of scrimmage by number 21, James Wilson.
Ken McAfee, the intended receiver. That brings up a 4th and 6. And it's bringing out Dave Reeve, I believe. It is. He's going to try the field goal.
This will be the attempt at a 47-yard field goal, Lindsey, but this time the wind will be against him.
Slager will hold for him. Slager holding. It's good. It's good. A 47-yard field goal into the wind by Dave Reeve. And so the score as they come back up the field is Pittsburgh 14, Notre Dame 13. Now we move to further action. In the second quarter with 11 minutes 55 seconds left, Restic is in deep punt formation. Gordon Jones and Dennis Moorhead are deep to receive the punt. It is taken by Moorhead at the 45. He fumbled! Notre Dame got it at the Notre Dame 48-yard line. First and 10.
Let's take it up. Big number 73, who is not listed on our numbering system here. Short kick. Guy right in his stomach, and Notre Dame is on the football.
In the next series of plays, Notre Dame was unable to move the ball, so they punted to Pittsburgh. We're in the second quarter. Pittsburgh is leading by a score of 14-13. Panthers have the ball first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Kavanaugh. And it's complete at the 30-yard line. Taken by the tight end, Jim Corbett. Kavanaugh to Corbett.
Now, Lindsey, Kavanaugh has had his man open. I've noticed one thing here in the first half on at least 4 occasions on first down.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. Third down and 8 yards to go. Kavanaugh. And it is completed, taken by Gordon Jones. Gordon Jones for a first down Pitt. Luther Bradley made the tackle.
Take a look here. Good pass protection. Notre Dame front 4 unable to get to the quarterback. Good blocking up front. Kavanaugh steps up to the pocket. Gordon Jones with great speed. He's actually a world-class 440 man. Good fly.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Wide receivers left and right. Kavanaugh with a pitch on the option. Taken by Walker. Elliott Walker with a 50. 45-40. Elliott Walker finally stops at the 25-yard line of Notre Dame. Luther Bradley made the tackle.
Broke 2 tackles on the outside. Bob Golick was the second one and missed him. Ground level shot. Walker breaks a tackle. The first one, I think, is the safety man, Randy Harrison, who comes up. That's Harrison. He misses him. Here comes Golick. Just got a little bit too much speed on the outside.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 3rd and 8, Pitt at the Notre Dame 23-yard line.
Defensive rush that time really caused Cavanaugh to overthrow. A little pressure that time. He did have a quick release.
Dorset getting in a little resuscitation along the sideline there. He is from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, 5'11", 183-pounder. The option play, and Cavanaugh has closed off. His Jim Stock was right there, number 48. So now Carson Long will come in against Pittsburgh, against Notre Dame last year. He had a 52-yarder that bounded across after hitting the crossbar. He's one of the better field goal men in the trade. 11 for 14 in field goals attempted this season. And this will be a 42-yard attempt. Carson Long
Holds all the Pitt records kicking field goals.
It's good. It's good. 42-yarder by Carson Long for the score.
Well, here's Carson Long kicking the field goal, and he's been a great one here in Pittsburgh. He holds every record kicking in the history of Pittsburgh. Puts Pitt ahead 17-13.
Carson Long will kick off for Pitt. Terry Urick and Dan Notre deep for Notre Dame. Knott is waiting. Knott has it to the 1-yard line, to the 5, 10, 15. Knott to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It spins his way up to the 48-yard line. A 47-yard return by Dan Knott. Notre Dame starts 1st and 10. Mike Balzer made the tackle.
Dan Knott almost breaks it for Notre Dame. Good blocking, and Lindsey, the kickoff return was really giving Notre Dame pretty good field position today. Dan Knott here got one man to beat.
We move to further action with Notre Dame still in possession of the ball. Coach Johnny Majors on the phone now. We have 4 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first half. Pittsburgh 17, Notre Dame 13. 1st and 10, Notre Dame at the Pitt 29. Urick is in motion. Browner has the ball. Browner had the ball pulled out. Campbell is on, and Pittsburgh is recovered. Pittsburgh has recovered. Al Romano.
Just an outstanding defensive play by Pitt left end Randy Cousins. Little handoff right over the right side. Browner. He gets hit immediately. And that is Randy Cousins, who's got a hold of the football, his arms and everything.
We move to further action with Pittsburgh still in possession of the ball. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Pittsburgh 17, Notre Dame 13. 2nd and 7 for Pitt. Ball is just across the 50-yard line in Notre Dame territory. Pittsburgh sends Cavanaugh up there now at quarterback. Dropping back to throw.
Screen over the middle.
The screen, and it's complete. Wide open is Rodney Clark. He's at the 20. Dorset. It's Dorset. Dorset's gone. Dorset it is, and he's gone all the way. A 50-yarder.
No question there. One of the linebackers went to sleep on Tony Dorset. Watching, he's at the top here on the right, sitting in his right halfback position. Everybody leaves. He goes right over the middle, and he's gone. Oh, he can fly, Lindsey. What a great, great running back. Wasn't even touched.
The kick was good, and the score is now Pittsburgh 24, Notre Dame 13. Now we move to further action. Johnny Majors, head coach of the Pitt Panthers. Dan Devine, head coach of the Fighting Irish. We have 7 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Pittsburgh 24, Notre Dame 13. 3rd down and 8 yards to go for Pitt. They have the ball at the Notre Dame 47-yard line. Gordon Jones to the right side. Willie Taylor to the left side. Walker and Dorset to the setback. Cavanaugh has the ball. Intercepted at the 21-yard line by Lipinski. Lipinski back to the 35-40. And Lipinski is pulled down, and time has run out. Time has run out. That's the end of the first half here at Pitt Stadium with the score. Pittsburgh 24, Notre Dame 13.
Notre Dame.
Carson Long kicking off now for Pitt. Not in Urica deep. It's a long push carrying across the end line. It's a touchback and be put in play. First and 10, Notre Dame at the Notre Dame 20-yard line. Pittsburgh is leading by a score of 24-13 as we start playing the second half. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at Pitt Stadium on a crisp, sunny afternoon. Rick Slager is the quarterback today for Notre Dame. Joe Montana with a finger injury, not available. Jerry Forstek and Joe Restic are the backup quarterbacks for Notre Dame. They're in a wing left. Evans is the fullback. Urick is the wingback pulled in motion. Slager swinging it out to McLean and complete. It'll be second and 10 at the 20-yard line. Randy Cousins covering there.
He was open. It was a little bit too open, I guess, Lindsey. She could have floated it right in there on the flood pattern right.
Ken McAfee, the tight end, getting back to the huddle there. Paul Berther is the referee assigned here this afternoon. Dave Huffman is the end of the far side as Notre Dame is playing a double tight end alignment. They have most of the day. Urick moves it out to the 25-yard line before Ed Wilimowski made the tackle. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go. Like a third and 6, spotted at the 24.
Lindsey, first half statistics way in the favor of Tony Dorsett and company. 324 yards for Pitt, 106 for Notre Dame.
Kelleher wide to the right side on third down. Slager. And it's batted down. Batted down, incomplete. Randy Holloway got there for Pitt. It's fourth down and the punting unit comes on. Paul, in the first half, what did Dorsett have officially?
Well, let's see. Dorsett only had 227 yards of running and catching the football. Broken down, he's averaging almost 18 yards a carry. He's carried it 9 times for 161 yards. He's also caught 2 passes for 66 yards, and he scored twice and set up another one with the 57-yard run.
Joe Restic punting for Notre Dame. No run back. It's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20-yard line. Now we move to further action. First and 10 outside the 32-yard line. Notre Dame in possession in Pitt territory. Weiler in motion. Penalty marker thrown. Over the head of Kelleher sails the ball, and Wilson covering. Now there's a penalty to be checked out.
2 men in motion again.
It's against Notre Dame, of course, and Pitt has an option to exercise. Illegal motion.
Watch the wing back. He starts to come in motion. Now the right halfback is a little bit ahead of the count. And that'll cost him 5.
When you have 2 men in motion, it's an illegal shift. First and 15 for Notre Dame at the Pitt 38-yard line. Pittsburgh is leading 24-13. Lane's in motion. Browner fumbles the football. Pittsburgh is recovered. Pitt has it at the 30-yard line. It was Larry Felton on the ball, recovering Browner's fumble.
I'll tell you one thing, the Pittsburgh defensive front 4 has been stopping this play right here, which is the bread and butter of Notre Dame's attack. They're tackling the football, the fullback, and Browner loses control of it, rolls into the secondary.
Now we move to further action. So it is Joe Restic in deep punt formation. Gordon Jones and Moorhead are deep for Pittsburgh. Going back is Gordon Jones. He fields the ball. He's at his 5 now. Across the 15 and at the sideline, still going. At the 50, 45, 35, 30, and finally pulled down at about the 18-yard line.
Well, I said before the football game, watch this freshman Gordon Jones. He can really fly. He just comes up with the best punt return we've seen all year long. Oh, he broke some tackles, Lindsey. Here, Resnick really gets off a beautiful punt, drives him back inside the 5-yard line. Now he's hit 2 or 3 times here. He breaks 3 tackles, and he turns it off. Looked like he was going to go all the way here. He had 3-4 Pittsburgh men. Now he should have waited for that block a little bit with his speed. And just a diving touchdown-saving tackle by Hard Meyer from Notre Dame saved the touchdown.
First and 10 for Pitt. They held the ball at the 15-yard line of Notre Dame. Here's the pitch now, taken by Tony Dorsett. Lipinski rides him out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Well, Notre Dame has been unable to stop the big play today. Boy, and that young man has got to be happy. Their scouting report, they have really done a job coming in here. They've broken everything. Big plays. 57-yard run by Dorsett. 71-yard run by Dorsett. 49-yard touchdown pass to Dorsett. And now, 85-yard punt return.
Second down and 8. Kavanaugh. It's complete to Dorsett inside the 10-yard line. Eastman made the tackle. Middle linebacker, Tom Eastman. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for Pitt. Pitt is leading 24-13 in driving here in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes left to play in this period. Walker is the up back. Dorsett's the tailback. Kavanaugh rolls. Finally, he's gathered in by Willie Fry. It'll be 4th down now. Here comes Carson Long, the field goal man.
Well, I might question that call. They only had about 2.5 yards to go for the first down. Kavanaugh elected to throw it. Well, you got 2 backs like Walker, Dorsett.
This will be a 30-yard field goal. Carson Long, the booter. It's good. It's good. There's a break in the action here at Pitt Stadium. With the score, Pittsburgh 27, Notre Dame 13. Carson Long kicking off now for Pittsburgh. Dan Knott is deep. Knott is retreating into the end zone. He's 3 yards deep. He's going to run it out to the goal line 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and across to the 23-yard line. Notre Dame will start their 1st and 10. Rick Slager coming out to quarterback the Irish. Rodney Clark made the last stop for Pittsburgh. Last year in the game played at South Bend, Notre Dame had to come from behind in the 4th quarter to beat the Pitt Panthers 14-10. Kelleher wide to the right side. He got it to the 25-yard line for 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Tom Perko made the stop. He's from Steubenville, Ohio.
You're going to have to put the football in the air, Lindsey. Running straight handoff, 2 touchdowns behind is not going to get you anything. They don't have the speed of the backs anyway to break away.
Speediest of the backs, Al Hunter, is not here. He was left back at South Bend because of a hip pointer. Kelleher wide to the right side. Claims the wing back right. Evans and Urick are the setbacks for Slager. Drops back to set up. There's a screen left. Urick advancing it up across the 30. Larry Felton.
Screen left to Terry Urick on the left side. A little fake screen right, a little play action over to the right. He looks right and comes back. Good execution here. Good crackback block. And Urick fights for the 1st down, and he has it.
We move to further action in the same series of plays. 1st and 10, Notre Dame at the 50-yard line. Kelleher, far left, the wingback is Urick. Everton McLean are the setbacks for Slager. Retreats. Turn out to Kelleher. At the 43-yard line, between the 42 and 43. Larry Felton covering. Spotted just outside the 42 where it's 2nd down and a long 2.
few big plays, Lindsey.
Wingback right. Hurricane Evans at the setback. Evans, and he's through to the 30 and still going inside the 25. First and 10 Notre Dame at the 22-yard line of Pittsburgh. Jeff Delaney brought him down.
First time today, I think that Notre Dame offensive line came off the football, and Evans really hits the hole quick. Watch his center. He went right by Romano that time. He guessed wrong. He went to the left, and Evans went right to his left.
First and 10 Notre Dame at the Pitt 22. 1 minute remaining to be played in the third quarter. That's McLean on the reverse. On the wingback reverse. Now Romano was there to cut him off.
He didn't go the wrong way that time, did he?
He didn't. Ed Wilimowski back in there, assisted on the tackle.
I wonder why the recruiting has been better here at Pittsburgh. That's one of the reasons.
Second down and 11 yards to go. Kelleher, wide right. Hurricane Evans to setback. Hurricane motion. Going on the run, and it is Kelleher complete at the 10-yard line.
Slager's warmed up. His play selection in this series has been excellent. Play action, going to fake to the fullback, the man in motion. He's cutting back to the inside, holding the linebacker, almost gets caught from behind. He's got Kelleher on a short 8-yard square out. He's right on target.
First down and goal to go at the 10-yard line. 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pittsburgh leading 27-13. First and goal. Slager has it. Throws and is taken in there by the tight end, Ken McAfee. Touchdown, Notre Dame, Ken McAfee.
Rich Slager completed 5 passes in that drive. Now level, watch your good hands of big tight end Ken McAfee. Scores his 3rd touchdown of the year against the grain. Going to the right side, he comes back and he hits his tight end at ground level, makes a good catch and steps in for the TD. Here it is again. Big little scoot body right, as they call it. Great catch by McAfee.
Dave Reeve kicks the point and is good. So as they come back up the field, it is Pittsburgh 27, Notre Dame 20. Notre Dame kicked off to Pittsburgh, and the quarter ended with Pittsburgh still in possession with the score, Pittsburgh 27, Notre Dame 20. Now we move to further action. We have 12 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Pittsburgh leading by a score of 27-20. Here comes Haynes to the left side. Ken McAfee is out right. On a delay, now it's Evans. Maintains his balance and got inside the 35 to the 33 before James Wilson brought him down. It'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Well, Lindsey, that's just about like picking up 6 yards. He only picked up 2, but he hit on a rollout draw. He could have lost 2 or 3 yards on it. He just fought his way up for a couple of yards. Bringing up 3rd, well, they need about 3.5.
Bergmeyer is the receiver to the right side. McAfee went out. Bergmeyer came in. Chris Haynes far to the left. 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Big play on this game coming right now. Slager goes to screen right. McLean has it, and he is cut down. Cut down by James Wilson. The cornerback from Cleveland, Ohio. It'll bring up 4th down. There was a loss of a yard on the completed pass.
Let's take a look. Now watch. Mark McLean, he sets up on a screen right. Now it's complete. He actually slips down also. There's the completion. Here comes the cornerback up. See, he slipped. He could have cut back to the inside and got the 1st down. He slipped on the turf.
They're going to try the field goal. It'll be about a 52-yard attempt by Dave Reeve with the wind at his back. A 52-yard attempt. And it's going to be short. Touchback. It'll be put in play 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. We move to further action with Pittsburgh still in possession of the ball. 1st and 10 at the 17. Option play. Dorsett again. He's at the 5 and going. He's out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And a runner. Well, he's the best we've seen all year, no question about it. Pick up a 16 on this play. Tony Dorsett. I don't know how many he is. Over 235 yards rushing on this play. He cuts inside. He's been getting great blocking from his fullback, Walker and Hunt. He breaks a couple there, and finally he's pushed down inside the 5-yard line by Harrison.
So it's first down and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Walker and Dorsett to the running back. Quarterback sneak. Kavanaugh, touchdown. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That touchdown may well have knocked Notre Dame out of the Cotton Bowl. What a beautiful executed series with Tony Dorsett just eating up all the yardage on the ground. Here's Kavanaugh, the quarterback sneak. Right over his right guard.
Tom Brazosa with the sophomore from Newcastle. Conversion attempt coming. Carson Long's in to try that. It's up. And it's good. And so, with the conversion good, the score is Pittsburgh 34, Notre Dame 20. Now we move to further action. So now Carson Long in the field goal unit come on for Pittsburgh. Dorsett's getting a hand as he comes off. Tony Dorsett coming off. What a day he has had. Setting a new career record for himself. This will be a 31-yard attempt by Carson Long. It is blocked. It is blocked, the field goal attempt. So Notre Dame will take over. First and 10, they'll take it at the 35-yard line. Now we move to further action. First and 10. This is Walker. Harrison pulls him down at the 16. Pittsburgh's leading 34-20. That may very well have been the last play of the ball game. The Panthers of Pittsburgh simply waiting for the clock to run out now. They don't have to go back in a huddle. A victory for Johnny Majors, his first effort. Johnny Majors getting a ride off the field as they have defeated Notre Dame here this afternoon by a score of 34-20. We'll be back with Paul Horning and Coach Dan Devine in just a moment.
We'll have the ref.
Ran into probably the best performance that a Pittsburgh team has had in years and years. Tony Dorsett got over 303 yards.
Well, I'd have to see it to believe it, Paul. And he, an outstanding back, and I'd have to congratulate him. At this point, of course, we're very disappointed, but you can't take any credit away from Dorsett. He's a story of the game. That's all there is to it.
Well, they made the big play. The first half, they break the 71 yards for a touchdown, and Dorsett breaks the big play. You couldn't contain the big one today.
No, as I said, I'm disappointed. I don't have any excuses. I thought our defensive people played hard. I thought our whole team did.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach. We'll see you next.